plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Working now from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the promising young rookie quarterback from Nebraska.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. I'm curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He gets this to Harold Fanning Jr. complete. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here's Judkins on first down. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Another game to Judkins. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled on the play by one of the linemen, Omar Norman Lott. The Chiefs adding a man to their secondary for this 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down. He'll look to throw. Completed over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Here's Judkins on 2nd down. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4. Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. They're going play action. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. They're getting a screen pass for Judkins. Along this sideline inside the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Running the draw here with Judkins. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Finds his man. It's DeMario Douglas. And that will not be enough for a first down. Shotgun now on 3rd down. This one's caught. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up up just short on that third down.
It's an 8-yard gain, and a great call there on fourth down. Keeps this drive moving. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Browns have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's Scott on the carry. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Now run by Scott. He dodged the tackle. Up to the races. Middle of the field. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs cut it to a lower point on the scoreboard. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Here's John Mechie on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll go play action. And no place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Throwing from the gun here. Big strike downfield to Judy. And he is down to the 30-yard line. They'll pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
First down. A gain of 34 yards. First down, Cleveland.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big...
Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns break the tie here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did, an injured Brown, and they're tending to him now. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. First down, play action. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. We're to the end of one. The Browns on top early. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They've got a first to begin the frame. They're going to run it. Here's Scott. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City. This is Scott. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Dumps it off to his running back. He gets it up a little shy of midfield. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. To the air on third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design. Tremendous communication. Everybody trusting one another. And it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Jack Browning on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of the season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now looking to throw. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Jack Fox getting the call here to punt on fourth down. Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's a game of 5. Brings up second down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And it's going to be an incomplete pass. Rare chance for him to throw it, but things don't work out. It's third down now. They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They came into this one on one of the league's longest losing streaks, 7 games, Brock, but hoping this lead holds to help them get back in that win column. They'll start this series with an option left. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Pass play now. Taken in by Fannin. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll go play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. They'll air it out on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now off the play action. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Flush out now to his left. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. 1st down now, ball at the 33. Now it's Scott. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So it'll be 2nd and long coming up, and that is on the other side of our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Arrowhead on the other side. Second down pass play coming. Finds him over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
Trying to throw this from the gun. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And he's into the end zone. Cleveland with a pick six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead.
Chiefs 7.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. McLeod now returning it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Back to the air following that pick six. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. To him as he was trying to make something happen. Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And it's going to be an incomplete pass. Rare chance for him to throw it, but things don't work out. It's third down now.
Brings up third down and 11.
Throw here, third down. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Once again, it is Jack Browning now for the punt. And he's been one of the players of this game. The Browns ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Airing it out to start this drive. Throw right side, caught by Fannin. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. He's dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Throwing from the gun. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. It's Noel Williams who made the play defensively. Second and 6 coming up here. They're going to try and throw it here. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And it's third down now. They'll throw, third and long. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Jack Fox on the punt. And that return brings us to the end of our first 2 quarters of play. So So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our tour around the NFL starts now. In Minneapolis, the Vikings at home to take on the Lions in the NFC North. And it's Jared Goff. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Lions continue to run through the NFL. They are now 9-1 with the victory here. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Butker on now to kick this one away. This is Mechie with the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Now throw to start the drive. That one's complete over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll go play action. Big strike downfield to Judy. And he's down to almost, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They gain 11 on that play, and that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down. From the red zone on 1st. Has it at the 7. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. He's got it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Browns make it a 24-point ball game. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Takes the second down snap. Has it downfield, working the left. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Escapes the defender. Delivers another move. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. Going to the ground again on first. Cuts right. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Chiefs first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. Working inside the red zone. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But it looked like the Chiefs got this one back. Ooh, lucky break there, making that recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down. Third and long for him here. Looking, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. Latest brings up fourth down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Butker knocks it through. And that lowers the lead to 21.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Browns headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Ashton Gelati driving in there for the stop. Third down from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
The Browns are lining up to punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Chiefs and this running back headed back out for a new series. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. First and 10 from the 32. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up. Gonna throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is taken ahead to the 37. It was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and...
Shotgun now on third down. And he'll get it up to the 44. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Setting up to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Kansas City sends out its punt team, and he's been getting all of it every time out. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Brought in right side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Back to throw. He's running with it. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Browns 1st down. Throwing now off the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Just an incredible, incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Pass play coming here. Taken in by Fannin. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. Latest brings up 4th down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And the defense sees right through those smoke and mirrors and take him to the turf. And the drive begins with a rough 1st step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he dodged the tackle.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
He has it on the QB sneak. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. He finds him beyond the marker. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
That's good for a Kansas City.
Blown back gets the handoff. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Back to throw. And this one doesn't go far. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Looking in the air here. He finds Worthy, complete. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll run it from the gun. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw now. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Running from the gun. Looking for... They try to trick play, but it's blown up. That's going to be a sack. Great work by the defense.
It's 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Judkins running between the tackles. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. Making the call himself. He passes the 35. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Browns, well, they can probably just run away and hide. Handoff now to Judkins. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start to push into Chiefs territory. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Another game to Judkins. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. Another one for Judkins. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
So the Browns will take this win home with them. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Kansas City.